I'm starting with this question. I never thought this was my first question today, but what if we don't need doctors anymore with AI? This is the first question that a doctor say, we don't need AI. And why I'm asking you this? Because it seems like we doctors don't need it, or we think about that. Only 33% of the physicians, and this is a survey of almost 800 physicians in 40 countries, answered that probably they will need an artificial intelligence development into their natural workflow. It means that 67% of my colleagues believe that AI doesn't matter. And we have a status quo. We are fine. Probably an oncologist or an orthopedic surgeon have a lot of money instead. But really, the inconsistency is that 70% of these doctors are aware about the importance of the artificial intelligence for their patients. So what is the inconsistency? So we first need to achieve a redesign of thinking in doctors, and AI comes later. So today I'm going to speak more about natural and collaborative intelligence than AI. Because, and it's a word that I stole from the design word, we need biodigital architecture. What's that? For the last 5 years, I've tried in my country, in Colombia, to implement those biodigital architecture. In the next few minutes, I will tell you which strategies are we working on in Colombia to try to design and to implement biodigital architecture. These, in the top, are some of the companies that I found. An ecosystem, a digital ecosystem for cancer, a think tank about AI, and Oxler Lab that are mainly a medical sandbox for cognitive analytics. But to pass from the Zoom meeting to the real world experience is not easy. It's not easy because physicians have fear about what could be in the future with AI and the hybrid doctors. Because we have a cascade, 4 effects into the cascade. A cascade block our lateral thinking. First is ego. Obviously, it's a cognitive bias. Every doctor have ego. And also we have black box effect, that's the same effect that you all know. The blind eye that is located into our brain, in our unicentricity about the world. We believe that we are the pivot of the world, of the science world. And the reality effect that in countries like mine is very important because or we survive or we develop technologies. And this is our medical thinking that is complex, but it's not complex only in the knowledge that we have to acquire. It's complex in the relationships that we don't know we need to. And it's like divers. Our medical model is like divers. In the beginning, when we go to the medical school, we have to do a painful transition to a knowledge warehouse acquisition and to a solving problem model. But we are really probabilistic, Bayesian. But this is a ghost. We don't see that we are. And then we evolve to youngest physician, and we have to acquire metacognition. It means we need to think what are we thinking in the moment we think. But it's not easy, and usually we don't acquire those competences, and we only acquire self-regulated learning, and to analyze the context is not easy. And at the end, we go deeper and deeper and deeper, and we come a domain expert model, an expert diver, that is in the deepest ocean of knowledge, but is alone. So how can we catch those divers from the other warehouses of knowledge? How can we integrate the technology with the thinking model of the physicians? We need first to develop intersectional skills. in my country, in 2 medical schools, we are working into evolved curricula, but it's not easy because we have ancient and traditional structures. We have to develop intersectional skills, data science, exponential text, digital transformation, and advanced communication. But we have a new generation that is good for this. We have 2 kinds of medical students. First, female are the majority, so we have more sensitive, more open mind medical in the future, and we have computational learners. And these are other strategies. Curricula, connectomics, because we have to move from the medical school to the engineer, to the management faculties, and we know that it's happening, but sometimes we don't see it. And medical sandboxes, we have 2 medical sandboxes in this moment, Oxler Lab, and we have a health tech ecosystem in Colombia that is trying to do open innovation and prototypes for mechanistical models that are easy to understand by doctors. Immersive operations that is using synthetic scenarios for our daily world, and the final stage is moving this to the real world practice, to our real world workflows, because this is the big gap of the artificial intelligence in medicine. So hopefully, I want to have some collaboration on countries like mine to continue evolving to the hybrid physicians that, ironically, is the way to deliver a more human medicine. Thank you.